In today's conversation, we'll talk about reducing skills obsolescence and how it's not just about ensuring that your workforce is future ready, but also feeds into various business growth plans. It's also linked to ensuring that you offer your talent a plethora of opportunities to grow and stay in the company, supporting its endeavor to reach new heights.
So talent retention is, as it's one of the critical challenges which every organization is going through, right? And one of the key elements around talent retention is, how do we keep the employees engaged and motivated through a continual career progression, right? So what the new age workforce, the Gen X and Gen Z workforce is looking forward is around a very agile and accelerated career path, and how much an organization is focused towards the upskilling and make them very relevant to what's going on around.
As I was hearing Saket, I was actually reminded of a study that I read from World Economic Forum, and they had data collected from about 1 million odd employees, if memory serves me right. It mentioned that companies that focused on development of their employees grew their headcount by about 24% more than employees that did not. That is such a strong message in the day and the time that we live in. On the other end, the employees of these companies who felt that they didn't have access to learning and development were twice as likely to leave, and that too within the first 12 months. So I would want to talk about three things. First, for the new age workforce, which is usually 0 to 3 years of experience, my sincere recommendation is to have stronger onboarding programs that are aligned with the overall success of the team that the employees belong to. In fact, one of our customers shared that they saved $300,000 by implementing impactful onboarding programs. And with such a start, you know that you're going to be able to build programs for employees where they feel engaged and they have a longer tenure within organization. The second part I would cover is for our high performers and first-time managers. They are likely to be talent scouted by our peers and competitors. Ensuring that we formally bring either a high performer program or a future leaders program as part of an organizational priority will lead to employees not just hearing but seeing the action taken by the employers in terms of their career growth, and which will eventually mitigate the risk of attrition. This segment of the workforce, Pallavi, in my estimate, usually carries anywhere between 30 to 50% of an organization's business priorities, which means these could be tasks across revenue and non-revenue roles. And movement of this segment of folks will have a very strong detrimental impact to a business performance as well. Last but not the least, I would talk about our leaders. Any leader in an organization is both our strategic thinker and the executor of that plan. Global programs and industry coaching are the best way, in my opinion, to ensure their skill acceleration and also ensure continued loyalty.
Let's invest in these early career employees while and create a win-win situation. So while they can pursue their aspirations, at the same time, we are able to capitalize on the skills and which they have, right? And there is a continuity in their employment with us. So we looked at what is the brand we are bringing into bringing in and offering them. It was not just about getting something as a checkbox activity, looking at just dollars we have to spend. We were really wanting to get a known brand, the known academic universities, which happen to have some brand value in the market, right? So we looked at who are the partners who can help us to bring those with us, right? Where we don't really have to really look at 10 different providers for different areas, right? For each of the specializations we are looking at, if we can really identify one single partner who can bring in the best platform, can bring the best experience, as well as the weight of these top-notch universities in India, right? So, as you know, some of the universities upgrades ties up with IIIT is undoubtedly one of the best, and they're working in close partnership with Upgrad. Upgrad also for our management programs had tie-ups with top universities globally, right? So these were some of the factors which uh, which made our decision easy to partner with Upgrad.
So breaking this down, we have 4 key elements for this one. One was skills elevation in emerging tech domains in alignment with HPE's career development plan that Saki spoke about. Second is that of accelerating the global business leadership team by incorporating skills, knowledge, and real experience. Third is developing a solid understanding of the challenges faced by businesses operating today across geographies and across domains. Last but not the least, really empowering our learners to self-discover and self-generate opportunities that create value for the organization and also for the market. Keeping these 4 parameters in mind, we've crafted a 3,600 hours learner journey for the leaders spread across almost 8 to 10 months.
In terms of all these transformation and the work which we are doing for talent development, this has shown very positive results. At Ovation, I would say we do almost at 50% of the industry. So while in the services, in IT, you will see typical attrition rates of above 20%, anywhere between 24 to 27% is within the range. Within HP, we do operate at half of that. In terms of our internal successes, I would say talent mobility is a key measure for me as a leader driving talent transformation. You know, how are we able to meet the career aspirations? What is the internal talent mobility within the organization, right? And I believe any talent mobility rates between 30 to 40% within an organization is a very good number. And we year on year are very consistent on that. So we almost have talent mobility of about 40% year on year internally, where 40% people are able to progress their career internally. And that means that our overall turnaround will be anywhere about 2.5 to 3 years, which means every 3 years you get an opportunity to again progress your career. Right?
In fact, I want to share an interesting example that I came across. And for those of us who are interested in science and space, will find it as especially enticing. So during a recent pathology data analysis challenge, an astrophysicist who was employing the black hole theory uncovered a promising insight on cancer detection. Imagine the possibilities from black hole exploration in space to insights on cancer detection. And that's what I mean by focusing on adjacent skills earlier. We sometimes, as organizations, don't realize how certain skills could be repurposed into seemingly disparate functions, and ensuring that there's a fresh perspective, a heightened sense of achievement, and a very different way of thinking that can come into our teams and our businesses. Companies with stable tenured teams are 2x more likely to meet their business projections and likely to add 20% to their profits. These data points drive home the point of continuous attention towards talent engagement, talent mobility, and talent retention.
Well, thank you so much, Saket and Meenakshi, for sharing all your insights and your learnings with us. It was incredible to learn about your partnership and the impact that it had on the business at large and talent retention.